Alrighty, I was perusing the interwebs as always, and stuff keeps cropping up about Mara Jade coming into the Disney shit show. The Disney shit show. And then we punched up Star Wars Meg because the truth finally revealed Mara Jade in Star Wars canon. And it got from bad to fucking worse.
Oh, couldn't even sit through it.
Because she's under the impression that the sequel trilogy still counts. And it never did. So I guess it's probably something that Dave Filoni floated. Oh, well, maybe he's in pain because he lost his wife and some other fucking jerk off bullshit. And it just, I could just see Eric just deflating, and just no. First of all, Mara Jade shouldn't be in Disney bullshit because Disney bullshit needs to be flushed. Gone, goodbye. Sequel trilogy, gone, goodbye. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
And they keep going back and forth about whether or not they want to retcon it. And it's never actually really happened. This retcons the sequels. No, it doesn't. Just you're wishful thinking.
Bobby needs to do it. Right. And if he's not going to do it, then...
Well, it is purportedly up for sale.
Yes.
Nobody wants to buy it right now.
Would you buy it?
It's in the toilet. Would you want to take it on and clean up that mess? Somebody would have to really want to do that and have the capital to
just give me an axe
to pull it off.
Just give me an axe. I'll get them all.
No, I mean, if they sold it, then they could retcon everything.
But it's not worth anything.
And reboot it in a way.
But Eric, I think it's even worse than Star Trek. Because at least in Star Trek, they did the loop-de-loo around with the Lower Decks thing that it was a different universe.
Well, that and, what is it, Skydance?
Yes.
Acquiring it
was like, hey, motherfucker.
Is not the same as, they already
implemented what they want to do.
They've taken over, like, ownership of the properties.
Yeah.
And for as long as Disney has ownership of the property, they have an interest in earning, a revenue from it. But if they sell it, whoever buys it is under no obligation to acknowledge any of that Disney shit.
Yeah.
And they could just completely just wipe the slate off of all that and do whatever they want with it because it's their property now, right?
I just remember fucking Dave Filoni saying, everybody was bitching about, where's Mara Jade? Oh, well, I just gave you Grand Admiral Thrawn, so why don't you play with him for a while?
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck off.
No, I mean, all the way back to, 2020, when Mando first hit, and it was clear that it took place about 5 years after the Battle of Endor, which is about the same time that the
First Order?
The Timothy Zahn series took place. Heir to the Empire.
Yeah.
It wasn't coming to me. But no, yeah, about the same time that Heir to the Empire would have been happening is when Mando's taking place. And so they could have integrated that stuff into it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just that obviously, Din Djarin had nothing to do with any of that stuff. And this was taking, it was completely separate, but taking place virtually concurrently.
Yeah.
And then what they've done with bringing in the expanded universe so far has been taken so far out of context and so far removed from its original source material that it bears no resemblance to it.
You mean with the
And then Mara Jade coming into it? How is that going to work?
You mean the Wish Star Wars team, a.k.a. Rebels?
Yeah, that's what you get when you order Star Wars from Wish, right?
Yeah, Rebels.
Woo.
So, fuck no. Fuck
no. Really, because, to do that, they would have to have some kind of plan to feature Luke prominently. So what are they going to do about Luke Skywalker? Like, more than a 5-minute little de-aged, deep fake scene.
Yeah.
They probably cost him more than most of the rest of the episode for that 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Are they going to recast it? Are they going to, get into some agreement with Mark Hamill for his likeness, which is not likely because Mark Hamill is not happy
and toxic?
Well, that and you know what? I put a lot of thought into that lately because it just seems like Mark's gone off the rails in recent years.
Yeah,
pretty much since The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
I think he's suffering from the Last Jedi effect that you keep bringing up because he was really unhappy about what they did to his character.
Yeah.
And he wasn't really aware of what they were doing until after he had signed on and committed to it, and he just was under contract to
Yeah.
he did everything he did in that movie was under protest, and it fucked him up, and he hasn't been the same since.
Right.
Right? So fuck The Last Jedi, man.
Ah!
It even fucked up one of my heroes, Mark Hamill, man. The dude is off the rails. And it just seems like it's been since The Last Jedi. And you know what? That's not that far-fetched, because he was really upset about it.
I'm in complete agreement.
So, anyway, enough. Yeah, so fuck the sequels too, man.
No, you're spot on. This is all in the same wheelhouse.
Right.
Fuck Dave Filoni. Fuck the sequel trilogy. Fuck Bobby Iger.
But no, I saw some speculation, like when
Mando hit. Hold on. And fuck Ezra being mentioned in fucking Andor, because that is some horse shit.
Well, you know what? That was a fake trailer, though. So
I thought I heard it in the real trailer too.
Maybe,
because that's gonna suck ass. Because I bristled when I heard Jakku in the first season. Fuck the sequel trilogy and fuck Wish Star Wars.
Yeah, but Jakku was a world that existed before the sequels. It was where Saw Gerrera was holed up.
I thought Jakku was the.
Oh no, Jakku was where Rey came from.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. Okay, never mind. It was the other world that they went to. Mm-hmm. We saw where they tested the super laser
of the Death Star. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So never mind. But yeah, it was part of a list of other worlds that Fondor and other familiar names, and they threw Jakku in there to
twist the knife.
But
or do you think that was a Pablo Dildo Hidalgo fucking? Oh, you gotta put the sequel trilogy names in.
Well, maybe not so much. It was just it was just thrown out there as almost an Easter egg, maybe. It's just. But all the worlds. I mean,
who'd want to find that egg? It's probably filled with shit.
But I don't think it's even that, because all the worlds they mentioned. They talked about like Kessel and Fondor and
I'm just saying.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
But for that little throwaway mention of Jakku to get you bristling, that's a knee-jerk response right there.
No, it's a proper response. It is put my foot through fucking Roundheaded Johnson's fucking head, extract his tonsils through his anus.
I mean, I remember when Mando hit, taking place concurrent with the Heir to the Empire, and people speculating, could they be bringing in some expanded universe? And who would play Mara Jade? And, there was a lot of names dropped of who they would like to see. And, oh, God, what's her name? Nebula from Marvel.
Oh, mama. Yeah.
She'd be perfect. I mean, she's already a redhead. She's got the look. She'd be perfect.
Just stop.
But she'd be wasted in the treatment they would give her.
Absolutely.
At the time I thought, oh man, yeah, she'd be perfect.
Yeah, totally. But no.
But with it,
I don't think she can read a script in crayon, because that's what Filoni does.
But no, I think that so much time has passed, and the way it's developed.
You call this developed?
Well, the way it's playing out,
the way it's been excreted,
the way it is
excreted out onto the fucking world.
Well, however you want to call it, the way it's been mishandled really has been to bring Mara Jade into this mishandled,
Disney shitverse.
It would no.
If you didn't think it'd get fucked up anymore, here we go. As the man said, hold on to your butts.
No, I don't know if they have some kind of
They're fucking delusional
demand or some fans. I don't know anybody that's crying out, we need Mara Jade in the Star Wars live action dirt, because we've had all these other things.
This was Dave Filoni's bad, he didn't want that.
But Dave taking Timothy Zahn's concepts and
cornholing him
and just throwing them out the window and cherry picking this and that he wanted to throw in and then making all taking the seriously judicious liberties that he's taken with it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man! If I was Tim Zahn, I'd be pulling my hair out.
Right.
Because he just wrote the books. It's not his property either. It is still Lucasfilm's property, and they can do whatever they want with any of it because he didn't have anything he can to say one way or the other.
No.
You know, it's like Alan Moore, you know, and the Watchmen.
Yeah.
The Watchmen is not his property. It's DC's property. He wrote it, and it is what it is as far as. But you know, DC playing around with bringing Watchmen into the DC universe and all this shit, and it's like, are you kidding me? After all these years, you know, and it's because they own it, and they can do whatever they want with it, and it's the same thing with Lucasfilm. I mean, they own it; they can do whatever they want with it, and
they were so interested in thinking about whether or not they could. They didn't stop to think if they should.
Right, and with George Lucas pretty much out of the picture, nobody knows what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
And even Dave Filoni, the
self-appointed apprentice,
he
doesn't seem qualified enough to be a piss boy, and that entails walking around with a bucket so people can piss in it. I don't think he has the talent or the mental acuity for that.
Yeah, and then of course Captain Kennedy, who I think George Lucas actually had higher hopes for her taking on the thing because she had been part of Lucas for so many years, and she should have known what the fuck she was doing, and she shouldn't have done what she did. And I've heard all kind of reports where he's not happy about it either. He's even been rumored to be considering buying it back.
Perhaps.
Yeah, pennies on the dollar. Anyway, the Mara Jade thing, though, it's just
too little, too late.
It's
and wrong.
No, yes, all those things, and I don't.
And it's desperate because Dave Filoni himself said, "We just gave you Grand Admiral Thrawn to play with. Leave Mara Jade alone. Don't not going to happen ever. Now the fact that they're talking about it, well, maybe we need Mara Jade. Fuck off. And still trying to tie it to the sequel trilogy. Fuck that too.
Yeah, and it won't work no matter what because it's going to be so, again, out of context and so far removed from the original.
Yeah. And then that fucker that was on that with
Mara,
Star Wars Meg, he was talking about, well, maybe not Mara Jade, but somebody like her.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? Somebody that is like Mara Jade, but we don't call her that, so we don't have to stick to anything that people would expect from the character because there would be some high expectations, too. It would be very heavily scrutinized.
Yeah.
And people would just be ready to hate it.
But you know what would be nice if they, and we're writing for, I am, for Lucasfilm again, you do where it's set in the Death Star, or it's set on Coruscant. And you have the Emperor. You get that old queen out, prop him up and dust him off, set him down in his makeup, and there he goes. And just to have it, but you'd have to do it correctly. And none of these people at Lucasfilm could do shit ever. So, no.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, Mara, in the books...
You could even have interactions with Vader, too, because they didn't like each other.
Right. But in the books, Mara was after Luke.
Oh.
She was out for blood because she was the Emperor's hand.
Yeah.
And Luke purportedly had killed the Emperor.
Yeah.
And so she was after his ass to avenge the death of her master, Palpatine. And then, of course, after so much had happened between them, she kind of came around and saw that he wasn't such a bad dude after all, and they fell in love. And it's a very popular story in the books.
She got the hysteria. And that
was because she saw how big his Schwartz was.
Yeah. And it was green, too.
And it was green. So, big old green one.
Wow.
But no, anyway, but no, really, it is an epic love story that would be very problematic to bring into this live action the way, in the context of the live action, the way it's going. It would suck balls.
Yeah.
For real, man. Don't do it. You just fucking sell it off. Let somebody else take it over and do something with it that's telling us good stories again. Fuck, man.
Sorry. Like, share, subscribe.